Hello, how's everyone doing? Hello, V. What the? You are in for some awesome shit. For real? Hello, Labris. Hello, Janet. Welcome to the stream, guys. I wonder if it'll get the normal ending or the true ending. There is a true ending? Bruh. Did you know today's the meme day in America? Is it? No, of course I wouldn't know. It doesn't say anything about about being like a date for, well, memes. Are we being fooled again? Been a while, hasn't it? I mean, yeah. I had locked in a lot in Honkai Star Rail, and I'm still not done, by the way, but I was like, okay, you know what? Everything that was like essential, I completed. Now I really have to, start, deviating just a little bit. The first intervallo to actually measure your performance. That's why you called it the Umamusume intervallo. Oh no. Hello, Master. I will cultivate Sichun Rise of Kingdom's power. Exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. Because the date is 6. Fuck yeah. Shit, Labris. You know what? It was actually good. It was actually good. I didn't fall for it, but it was actually good. I will spare you the timeout. Yeah. I need to start, I need someone to, I need to create like a be right back screen, but not actually be right back screen. I need to create like a screen where I both time out myself and also characters in games. Wait a minute, why did Janet is the one who actually got timed out? She's the one who fell for it. V. Wrong target. Hello, U53. What did I miss? You didn't miss anything. I was just doing a little bit of dailies, and people are getting timed out in the chat as usual. Well, semi gotcha. It was something that I didn't figure out, so yeah, you did semi got me. On a side note, for real, I'm working on my slope. Slope? What the heck is the slope? I call it Umamusume interval because it was very much released when Umamusume was. Ah, that's what it is. Anyway, I was about to say, we do need the screen where I time out myself, like with a silly drawing of me literally, facing the wall, and then we need a screen for timing out characters where the characters are actually facing the wall. Not the let's be honest, not literally every character ever, just some of the more important characters from the games that I play. You know why? Because literally in fucking Star Rail, Graphia, which a little bit of a spoiler alert, but now I realize that it wasn't actually Graphia, but Graphia actually did the fucking 6-7. And I'm like, fuck! Now I'm gonna have to time out the character in the game! Like a paint-drawn one. I mean, yes, an art one. I have to commission more art, I guess. Did you see Mersault's new ego? No, not at all. No. No, my bad. I was using Magic Bullet. I'm under 10 SP. Fair. Look it up. I promise you, it's not rude or anything. Nah. Sloop. What the heck? What do you mean? A warship. A warship? Sloop was a sloop of war? Are you building a battleship? What am I looking at? You will see it at the end, hopefully. I will. Hopefully, if I'm not really tired. Anyway. Now, the time where everyone has been waiting for has arrived. Me pulling for middle Utis. Most definitely on the first 10 pull. Most definitely. Yes. Yes. Hi Utis. Wish me luck. Not that I'm gonna need it. Technically speaking, that's a lie. She made it difficult for me last time, but you know, with Ujat. But this time for sure. God damn, what the fuck is up with that high kick? Man, I shouldn't look at these. I should not look at these. They had told me that it's spoilers. I cannot change the screen. Well, might as well not look at the screen at all. How many pulls do I have before we go on? I have 60 plus. Technically speaking, let's say... No, I have 60 plus 20 plus 8. And by the end of the stream, we will have basically 10 more. So that means that we have 90 polls. Come on now. It must be enough. It must be. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. What, not in the first temple? Well, okay then. Famous last words. The only spoiler is the last attack. Ah, okay, I see. Alright then. Wait! I saw it! Fuck! I caught a glimpse of it. I wasn't really looking, but fuck, I was pressing the extract and the fuck. You know what? I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Why is she? Fuck. Huh? Yes! Yes! Not in the first temple, in the second! Good night! Told you she's gonna choose me! She trolled me the first one. She's sassy like that, but hey, I'll take it. Remember what Mama told you? Man, she literally calls herself Mama. The big Mama over here. God damn. If you find anything you don't like, you can talk to me about it. He gets to say 40 pulls, nice. Yep. And you know where these go? I guess they will go for the next World Purges if it's soon enough. Will you use her? Let's just say that because I got a glimpse of what she was holding, I'm not sure now. Should I use her, or there is more spoilers to be seen? She literally has a good girl voice line. Absolute mommy resonance. Damn. God damn. Nah, no. Okay then. But for the record, I see what she was wielding. Okay? Either Walpurgis or the infamous unknown thumb IDs that doesn't exist. Okay, no middle ultis for you. fair enough. I don't mind. I'll keep patient. But I will upgrade her. If anything, I heavily recommend against using Canton 9 units in Canton 9. Why? Not again. I have Canton 9 units because I want to see the special stuff, not the normal stuff. Also, the spoiler isn't the weapon she has, it's an interaction with someone. Wait, which interaction? Because I have already been spoiled about her daughter, you know? I mean, it couldn't be avoided. Like, someone walked into my stream and it was literally the first thing he said. It was too big to be called a sword. Massive, thick, heavy, and far too rough. Indeed, it was a heap of raw iron. You can, no, you can use Canton 9 units in Canton 9. Well, it is what it is. And it was from a fake out too, by the way. She literally chose me. It wasn't like I earned like a golden and it just so happened that it was her. I had not earned a golden and the game just gave her to me. Well. Oh my, oh me. Who would have thunk? How much can I? Not good enough. And I'm not even sure if I have another ticket in order to boost her to the max. I'm pretty sure I don't. But I do have for the ego, don't I? Yes, I do have Updike ID. No, this is for the WoW. This is what we have to use. There you are. Yes. 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 Well, now that we don't want to spoil ourselves, it's time for us to read the Updike story. If anything, things go easier for you. Collider, also do not click any Railway 6. It has spoilers on the road node map as it shows future encounters. Okay, that is good to know. Thank you for letting me know that. You're right then. I'm not sure which one I like the most. I guess I do like the glow in the eyes. Also, is it my idea? Or they actually get more and more bombastic with the live wallpapers when it comes to the, you know, when it comes to the art? Like the glass shine, the glasses shine, her eye shine, she actually blinks. The slash over here has both the purple aura of the middle and also flames. The chains move. The cape over here, how do you call this? The fur cape over here also moves. I mean, yeah. Well, I will upgrade her as much as possible, and then I'll keep building her. 45. We need 15 more levels. That's fine. Updike 1 arts have been getting better too. No, not just live DD. I see. How to train your nest corp sister princess. It is like that. This intervallo, it does surely, you know, give that vibe. I'm pretty sure I didn't watch the 6th Walpurgis Night though. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Hatred and despair. Easy. Sure. Oh wait, everyone is boosted to level 55. Good. And also I have announcers. Who should I choose? I could have, oh my god, I don't have to use Utis. I just have to kill her with a I just have to kill her with the Ryoshi in order to make her more strong. This will prevent the speak. It is. Well, you know what? Maybe I really do not want to have this support also with Utis in the same match. So let's just say that we're not gonna be doing any of that. Sacrifice the Utis. I really could. Blood for the blood god. I am curious what she's gonna be like. How much strong, I mean.
어디 보자. 거미집 특별 조항에 따르면
This motherfucking book. I love how everyone has its own like personal book though. It's not like this book actually like communicates with the other books in order for other branches of the middle to know in case they have fallen upon they have come across, I mean, some, you know, some sinner of the middle, you know what I mean? Wait, they're making a remaster of Persona 4 Golden? Damn, it looks good. You just found out? I have been waiting eagerly for that, man. And not only I have been waiting eagerly, I really do hope, with all my heart, that nothing will be left for me to actually look until that day comes. Like, I don't have to play anything else. Hopefully, I will be done with Limbus as well. Because I'm gonna be playing that game on stream straight for like 10 days or so. On another news, apparently Herman movie is not actually bad. Did you see the trailer? I had seen some stuff. I don't remember if it was a trailer or teasers. I'm pretty sure I had seen some stuff though. Persona 4 Golden is special to me, very special. For many people it was Persona 3, but for me it was Persona 4. With all its meanings and all its cast and everything, my entry to the franchise and my masterpiece personally, it's not 5 or 3, it is 4. So I am gonna need to, oh, I see. Just 10 minutes ago they showed it in the Xbox Game Showcase. You know what? Sorry, we're interrupting this program to actually watch this trailer. God damn. Sorry for that. I know you're not here for that, but man, Persona 4, I just can't. I just cannot. It was literally uploaded like 10 minutes ago. As it's a damn dumb movie, but very faithful to the spirit of the old cartoon. Do you think whenever Middle ID writes in their book, does their original world book get updated too, or is it after going back? That's what I would like to think. If they do have the, you know, if they would like to, you know, if we were to actually say that it's like some special technology. Hey, Collider, great vegetables. Indeed. And Yukiko Amagi is wearing a kimono. I don't remember the rest. But I love that one. For the inn, they run, or something like that. Well, I posted the trailer in the Discord. It was released like 8 minutes ago. Posted in the... Oh, that's okay. I already found it in the Xbox channel. Let's go. Come on. Time to face ourselves.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel?
Domino might have been on that Midnight Channel before she died too.
Oh man. The updated graphics is so peak.
Oh, where are we?
Whoa.
Feels like we're someplace totally different. Look out!
Yeah, the fucking tongue.
Whatever's going on here, we're getting to the bottom of it.
To wield a persona is to wield direct control of one's heart. And the heart is strengthened through bonds.
So...
Doesn't it sound cool?
If someone had to see that, I'm glad it was you.
Was that supposed to be him?
Good times never seem to last long, do they?
I hate you, sneaky, stupid bully jerk! I can't
Hey,
wait.
they included Marie.
Shall we?
Really? So neat!
Hell yeah.
Come on, don't call me that.
There is my boy.
All shadows were originally
Literally
born
me.
from humans. Well, then that means Senpai got killed by her other self.
No! Get out of here! Don't look at me!
Does that mean you're just gonna stuff me back in your head and pretend I'm not Rhea?
I can't!
The Tony The Persona bosses are always wild.
Also gotta catch whoever's tossing people in here.
I think I'd like to help too. I'm not
It's
running
also
away from
perfect.
this.
Well, but I have no problem taking down shadows. It's over!
So yeah, I'll be counting on you, partner. Then let's team up and catch this jerk.
Let's end it. Here, go. Persona.
Yes. Wait a minute. What? In February? In February? They delayed it. They were saying that it was gonna come out in July. You know what? No, it's perfect. Yes. I have more time to plan ahead. It was said that it was gonna come out in July. But it's coming out in February. Shit, I must be the only one who actually feels good about that. Disappointed? Still? But I do feel good about it. Because that means that I'm not gonna have to, rush things. I need to mark my calendar and make sure that I'm not gonna be having any, surprises along the way. Yes! 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 Tonight we're only having W's, yes! I know that considering a delay at W, it's kind of wild, but as I said, July is a little bit of a bitch time for me to actually have a special game releasing, considering the fact that it is the middle of the season and I am gonna be very tired with work. So February is a really good time. Because February, nothing happens. People don't come for vacation. It's perfect. Yes. Yes. Anyway. Man, Persona is so peak. Everything looks so amazing. It's time to make history, goddamn. My brothers, yes. Who's ready for one more year of ENVA discourse? I'm trying not to focus on that. I'm not gonna lie though, it's gonna take me a while to actually get used to their voices. Like, not gonna lie. The original VA cast, it was just so iconic. Like, these shoes are massive to fill. I hope the current voice actors actually do have the talent for it. Regardless of pitch and the, color of voice, you know what I mean? Welcome to Collider, where the first hour is scuff. Not really scuff, more like stalling. It's not gonna be scuff, not at all. Well, I'm glad that it's gonna come out on PC because I don't have a PS5. With the fucking prices that are going on with the PS5, I don't see myself buying that fucking console ever again. And to think that I'm actually a PlayStation boy, or at the very least I used to. I literally own all consoles of PlayStation all the way up to 4, but now PlayStation 5 has become extremely expensive for my ass. Anyway. As I said, I really hope I'm gonna get used to the voices. It has been like, man. Shit, now that I think about it, yeah. We're almost closing, like, when was Persona 4 came out in PS2? I played it in Golden, but P4 on PS2 must have come out in 2008, right? Yes, it was July of 2008. Basically, the original cast of voice actors for Persona 4 series had been like the cast for these iconic characters for almost 20 years. That's why I say that these shoes are massive. I don't really like it when I look at the face of a character which I had specifically tied their voice to a specific pitch and tone, and all of a sudden actually have an entirely different voice come out. Like, it sets me off really badly. I'm gonna have to treat Persona 4 Revival as a new experience, you know what I mean? Have you ever had Toad in the Hole? What the fuck are you talking about? Toad in the Hole? What do you mean? What do you mean? Is that something from Persona 4 or am I missing something? Wait, I forgot something. Yes. What's a couple of pointed figures when Utis is resting all snug and sweet in my hands? Yes! 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 It's probably Sword of Legends. Yeah. Toad look it up. What the heck are you talking about? Toad in... Wait, I pressed wrong buttons. Oh my god, it's actually a dish. Nah, brother, I had never had that, and I don't think I want to. I mean, depending on the sausage that you actually use, it actually might be very tasty, but like, This one and this one actually do seem kind of nice, including this one. But this one doesn't seem really appetizing, including this one. They look a little bit off. This one doesn't look appetizing either. This one looks like a nice thing though. Like you serve a piece of bread with a sunny side up egg in the middle of it. Now that is nice. That is nice. Bang your calling card. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is what I have been waiting for, and I finally now have it. Anyway, well, Purgis, no time to waste. No more time to waste. We've already wasted enough time.
4, 3, 2, 1, 시작.
A nice big Yorkshire pudding with sausage in it, soaking in gravy. British cuisine if it wasn't horrible. Yeah. How's the taste? Said they brewed it with the tea leaves Xixun gave us. It's called Bai Hao Yin Zhen or something, I think. It's nice. It's a nice cup of tea that goes down easily. Not as good as Xiren's though. Yeah. Cool wind of Dangguanyan blows under this pavilion. Now that we've survived another huge incident, I was planning to hold some consultation sessions with the sinners like I always do, but I wasn't sure when Mephistopheles was coming back, so I decided to conduct them outdoors. Well, a change of scenery can be nice from time to time. As much as I'd love to be a part of that discussion, this thing didn't come with a mouth. Ah, that must be a sore spot, Dante. You've expressed that feeling before, remember? Whenever we were snacking together, you'd say things like that. You gave up the complimentary food from the warp train to Rhodia too, and you must have been curious of its taste back then. Well, you know, it's not at all that bad. Think I'll feel regret and sadness. It's kind of tragic almost. Character development, baby. Ever since Hongla severed the cycle that bound the hierarchs of Dangguanyan and sealed the Xianren in their temple, he's been making a lot of expressions that I hadn't seen before. Moreover, lately, I've been getting the impression that he's actively been trying to express his feelings and thoughts, even for things his past self would have simply accepted as is. Oh yeah. At least I didn't mention the spotted dick. What the fuck? I think I have heard of that one, actually. Don't forget to put food or meal after it to avoid seeing something else. I don't feel like seeing that. Colada will love it, I bet. Man. Screw me and my curiosity. Screw me. Food. Oh, wait a minute. It's a sweet? It's a sponge pudding. What the heck? That actually doesn't look half bad at all. I hope these are chocolate chips, though. It actually doesn't look bad. It actually does not look bad at all. It's literally like a muffin, but, you know, upside down, with its head cut. Interesting. The worst part is that Shannon are still alive. Character development. We slimed a bazillion random goons every day. I mean, chocolate canned sausage. What the fuck? No, come on. Like an old dam breaking. We remember that, don't we? It's fresh spring water surging to freedom. I can't give you a mouth, but you can trust me to give you a very detailed explanation of flavors. So feel free to ask me anytime. Yeah, thanks. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. Especially because more so than anything, I could sense that Hangla was gently enjoying these moments. I think I can safely mark him down as experiencing very positive changes in my consultation notes. Though I'm not sure if any of that will get through to you, given that you probably don't even remember the taste of food anyway. Let me change that to started on the path to achieving some very positive changes. Oh, come on. Executive manager. Excuse me, manager. I thought he literally said executive manager. I have been gone. I thought he was actually hanging out with Kyoto a lot. That's when Sinclair suddenly rushed up to us on the pavilion. What's going on? I know you're in the middle of a consultation, but there is this huge, big ass house truck by the entrance. That's the point. Is I think you might have to come and see this. Oi, Crockhead. Is that? Wait, it is a big ass truck house. The truck was indeed massive. It certainly did live up to all the fuss Sinclair kicked up, but ain't that something, huh? It didn't seem to me that the other sinners were all that concerned about it. Is everything okay here? Hope it's not another attack on Dangguanyan. Huh? Nah, it ain't. Well, we did suspect that at first, but it's alright. It's because no one on the bus knows how to observe. It's all about the details, get it? Look, it's right there, the company logo. Where? Seriously, it's right there, in that corner over there. Smile pointed at something on the vehicle, irritation clear in her voice. I stared really hard at whatever she was pointing at. in the smallest corner with the smallest letters, Limbus Company, and managed to find Limbus Company's logo painted on the vehicle. Oh yes, they know they shouldn't actually plaster the logo everywhere, but because that means that after the events that are gonna occur on whatever operation, you know, this truck might end up in, they're gonna know who to sue. So You see the drawings PM released for 6.6 Kongla's birthday? I did notice you did send it in the server, Janet, so yeah. Everyone get in the car now. What? No, this isn't the car. We're still in Hongyan. No, Durante, superb. We're never leaving H Corp. We are never leaving H Corp indeed. We're gonna stay in China forever. Once in China, always in China. Man, where these trays are coming from. I'm back in the fucking building again, yeah. So close yet so fad. Fad? It was the size of a palm. They were this close to chopping that track into a million pieces when I pointed that out. Gotta say, I'm impressed you even managed to make out what that is. Doesn't look like anything other than a smudge to me. I guess eyesight's really the first thing that goes with age. I mean, you're already wearing 4 eyes, so... I mean, it's kind of their fault for making it so small and inconspicuous, you know? It's their fault for a lot of things. That's because it's not a public-facing vehicle. Sadie walked into our circle, dusting her hands and brushing past a few disgruntled words. This is a research vehicle used by the LCE department. You've used this one before. You've used this once before, remember? Oh, I think I remember. Extrapolating from the material and the color of the truck's cover panel, it has been determined that it is the same transportation vehicle used for the regular checkup. Right on. Ever since you used it safely to arrive at LCE, we've been using it to move the LCC base around. Hang on, does that mean that we were your guinea pigs? And guess what? Just today, when we opened the track to transport a different team... Don't ignore me! Instead of answering Heathcliff's question, Saudi walked up to the track and swung open its real doors. Yo! That place is bigger on the inside. In it, we saw that same mess of machines we saw back then and... hey, this light. The now familiar green light. I see. Saudi, has there been any further modifications to this vehicle since then? Well, I'm not certain on the details, but LCE's chief research... Hohenheim. Yes, him. Are you two well acquainted? Not very well, but I do make an effort to remember his minor yet numerous mistakes. She has friends. She sounds oddly happy. Anyways, according to the research report he gave us, the vehicle's been modified to allow for universal use across the other departments of Limbus Company. LCB's bus, Mephistopheles, right? The report said something about using the back door of that bus as a reference to equip this vehicle with various factions, and that explains why this phenomenon is taking place here. Walpurgis night. Yet, how is this possible when we sit... Sorry, hiccup. How is this possible when we sit not astride the bus's seats? It is not a theoretical impossibility. Certain major parts of the technology forming its engine has been shared with Hohenheim. It is within the realms of possibility that the engine's influence may be transferred there as well. However, the means by which it has affected this vehicle has to be studied. It seems to comprehend our absence and the subsequent separation from the bus. Could it mayhap be reacting to the presence of a golden bough? At this moment, Mephistopheles is currently boarded by Virgilius, Charon, and various other members of LCCB, including pilot. Therefore, if they have traveled far, your conjecture may be true. Or there exists a flow that ensures our encounter with the Walpurgis night regardless of the environment surrounding us. Perhaps. Faust talked to herself, staring pensively into the distance, before turning towards us again with mild resignation. Lead the way, Dante. If it has found us, then it must have rightly been observed. This music. A random van will kidnap us back to H-Corp if we try to leave. Yep. They don't want to be conspicuous, but still want to have ditchy advertisement. Guys, that van isn't from Limbuscompany, it's from Limcar Company. Limbuscompanygame Company. The exposed wires are smoking. This is a massive fire hazard. They don't really care now, do they? Ha, I knew it. It's the former L Corp's turn. This place looks awesome. Like, actually looks like some Greco-Roman design over here. Or Victorian, you could say. Man, the fact, not gonna lie though, the fact that they cannot afford, even though they have such great technology, they cannot afford, or perhaps they don't even have it yet invented, air conditioning instead of fucking fans on the ceiling. Huh? What do you mean, knew it? Heathcliff opened up a betting pool about where our next Walpurgis night location is going to be. A betting pool? Alright, what did I say? Pay up your gets. You told me it was just about time the patterns changed. No way, but it was just the right time to bet against the odds. Wow. By the looks of it, the bets seem to have been about whether this Walpurgis night would take us to the library or the Lobotomy Corporation headquarters. Hey, something about this place seems a bit different from the other former L Corp hallways we saw in the past. Didst thou sense it as well, Manager Esquire? Huh. 'Tis familiar yet unfamiliar indeed. A stage of a play almost. Seems it's gotten wider too. Still the same long and narrow hallway, but it's slightly wider. While it is unknown as to how many days have passed in this headquarters. Pretty. Repeat what you have said. Oh no, this subject can be discussed later when its veracity becomes clearer. Sharing the current circumstances of this place, we find ourselves at the Lobotomy Corp headquarters of a certain day, at its central command, to be exact. The very center of the middle layer. Middle? Then the ones we've visited so far must have been in the upper layer. Correct, it is said that the departments of Lobotomy Corporation headquarters were progressively unlocked with the passage of time. That's how the game is played. Hey, this is Utis' first line. According to the reports, when the headquarters crumbled and fired that skyward light, it was... Indeed, it appears that with every visit we find ourselves at a further point in time here. As soon as the current day can be pinpointed, we might even be able to experience that day. Perhaps, then... First warning. Well, that didn't take long. We're here to take care of some ordeal or something again, aren't we? Hey, I'm not complaining. We have kind of been loafing around and doing nothing while Jiaxi Chun left for that grand conference to decide the future of Dang Wanyan or something. You guys have been getting the chance to slack off? Nice. You will visit it. Why give good things to expendable employees? Middle class. But we have so little time. I must prepare a more intense training regimen to make up for lost time. True. Whichever it is, it'll be fun. Fun. Oh, believe me, between Canto 8 and 9, they slacked off a lot. Really? Man. Utis would really need to actually put them in an actual, military drill over here. What's everyone waffling on about? Cue the Sephira. It's an angry one this time. Yeah, what did you expect? Some other voice speaking through the central command PA system other than Tiferet? Tiferet, the employees are confused. Please explain the situation to them. Huh? There's two of them? Yes, I'm also different. The Central Command, unlike other departments, boasts a rather significant size. It is large enough to have to be managed in two areas, A and B. It is said that this is why they have two separate Sephiroth managing this department. Yeah, and it's a lot, even between the both of us, which is why it's up to you to be more thorough. Yeah, I'm bringing out the ordeal already. What are we destroying this time? Like I said, what are you all waffling on about? There has been an abnormality containment breach. The whole company is about to go belly up because everyone else is off trying to suppress the mess on the other side. Then the alarm that was blaring all throughout the company suddenly went quiet. Second warning. No, I'm getting spoiled with the second warning. Great, look at what you did. You bunch of slackers. Get to our headquarters now. Deal with the blue entity. Thank goodness I didn't listen much of it. Yes! Yes! Thank goodness I still haven't been spoiled about the... Oh, man. Well, I'm gonna get spoiled now. Or I could turn off the music.
이건 너희가 해결 못해도 이해할게.
Okay, it's disturbing as shit to hear her cry, though. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna have to, have something that... Actually, you know what? Nah. You know what? Nah. I don't get to have it. I have to play LobCorp. The Night of Despair. Cascading Despair. Sharp Teardrops. Conditions unmet. Night of Despair takes 50% damage from burn. 50% less damage from burn, bleed, tremor, rapture, and sinking. If this unit hits with a cracked, unbreakable coin, it does not activate the target sinking. You can sit there and cry all you want, you little fucking... It actually becomes a little bit... I would have said disturbing, but now I've come to realize it is a little bit hilarious. Pull up first warning. I could put first warning instead, yes. You know what? Might as well. Wait, I'm using crap. I'm using Miss Middle Utis. Wait, not Limbus. Lobcorp. Thank goodness I'm not looking at the screen. First warning. Who died? It was actually Utis. Good, that means I'm not gonna get spoiled any longer. Beating up a crying girl. Wow, Colada, you're so evil for that. You haven't seen anything yet. Where's your subtitles? Turn them on. I should probably turn them on, right? I had forgotten that that is actually a thing now. Oh, really? Straight to the... This one's kind of elaborate, huh? Her floating words are so hard to parry. Swords are so hard to parry. It's got such a long reach and it's so thin that I can hardly see where it's... As if to prove Sinclair's words, the Ezra abnormality fired another volley of thrusting swords in our direction, just as we braced. Rays of pink light condensed before Sinclair, materializing before someone rushed onto the scene and parried the flying sword. Wait a minute. What is it, Labrys? P6 just been revealed. What? What? I never thought I will get to see P6. I thought I will die before that. It has been over 10 years since a mainline entry came out. What? Wait, what? 6. Oh my god, it has actually been revealed. What? Brother, what? 4 minutes ago it was uploaded. Oh my god. You can't be serious, brother. What is... Today feels like Christmas. U53, brother. Brother, man, not now. Come on now. Let me have this, okay? Okay, then. Okay, I'm ready. The color is green as people predicted. I will give them that. We do have yellow, blue, red, and now green. It looks like a horror game. Nothing like Persona so far. New Resident Evil. But it's with Persona coating. It's all about the media now. Is it? We are in the age of information after all. Holy shit. Brother, I'm ready. Yes, yes, yes. Woo! God damn. Wait, what do people have to say in the comments first? Give it a like. I was like, imagine it's Persona 6 and actually was Persona 6, my brother. I can't believe we got Persona 4 Revival and Persona 6 trailer in the same showcase. Yes. I legit thought for a second it would be SMT6. It could have been anything with that lightning and, you know, the graves. I was there when Persona 6 was announced. Good, brother. Good. That's so good. Man. Tonight's the night. Tonight really feels like Christmas, not gonna lie, yes. Are they actually gonna go horror style? I so hope they are. Walpurgi's Persona. It did felt like Walpurgi's actually. Persona 6 is real. The One Piece. The One Piece is real. Atlas single-handedly saved the summer games aboard. Yes, true. Okay, what kind of music is playing actually as well? It's still playing. The second warning, isn't it? Okay, whew. Man, we really need to pipe down a bit. Persona fans are eating good. We sure are. Rays of pink light coalesced before Sinclair, materializing before someone rushed onto the scene and parried away the flying swords. Huh? Her again? Leaping right into the action the moment the second warning goes off. Oh my god! It's the magical girl of evil and good, and I don't remember how she's actually called. Is she also an abnormality? What is she actually? They can finally stop feeding Persona 5. It's been a long while with Persona 5 actually being in the main spotlight. Too bad we never got P5 Arena. I like the Arena games. What if instead of Persona 6 it was called Persona... Man. What the fuck, you 53? Are you really feeling it tonight too? But in an entirely opposite way? I'm sick of seeing Persona 5 collab here and there. I mean, they had to keep the title alive somehow. Queen of Hate. We won't say a word. Good. Huh? You are? Sorry, I'm late. Here comes Magical Girl. Okay then. Full on animations and everything.
없이 흥분한 걸 수도 있지. 뭐 나쁜 건 아니기도 하고.
With love. In the name of justice. Akana beats. Now I can see why it's Kyoto, the one who got her. Looks like I'll have to use this power. Chanting Kartana slave. Magical girl. Sure. There we go. I think we're cool.
그려낸 대로. 낮도 밤도 지나 숨을 다
Labris, how many timeouts do you want to earn tonight? Like for real, brother. For real. Okay, but the real question, who played Catherine? Who? God's evilest soldier. You're facing the middle, girl. You can't do anything about that. Now you're gonna get yourself kicking.
정의의 이름으로.
Yorana, I'll hold her back. back. I'll hold back the talk of woman up, no? Good luck. Whoever got the Night of Despair, the crying, really did the VA job. It sounds not just like sorry, it sounds like genuine despair. True. True. Why is she crying though? Quickly, help! Thanks for the help, Yoshu.
예전에 징계팀에서 클리프트 간섭 역장이라는 걸 연구했다고 했어.
그게 저런 효과던가. 아무튼 확실히 제압하긴 편해졌네. 사랑보다도 푸른 달, 사랑보다 붉은 달.
Man, it's just a Walpurgis night. You don't have to give me animations for it. Well, okay then. That's what you get for being so useful. Well, later, I highly advise you read the info of this, otherwise you'll be here a while. I will try to figure it out on my own.
이 순간이 다 되었네.
Okay, they keep surviving. That's bad. Wow. Wow.
숨 막히도록 견뎌왔고 절박하게 갈망했으며 헤아릴 수 없이 저주했으니.
Yeah, it is a little bit of fuck all damage though. Oh, damn.
운명 속에 파묻힌 그대의 이름을 걸고 나 여기서 빛을 맹세한다. 3층보다도 구제불능이네. 좀 더 신경 썼더라면 이런 일은
What the
벌어지지
fuck are you
않았을 거야.
doing?
이런 장면을 볼 때마다
Please,
너무 안타까워.
please don't blast us as well. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to actually start reading now. Mainly target the knight. Cool. Sub targets the ally with the most gold black tears. If there are non-sub targets, the ally with the least HP inflicts 0 damage and does not activate the effects of sinking and gold black tears against allies. River of Helpless Tears. If none of the swords on the field have Helpless Tears, apply Helpless Tears to a one random sword. Once per turn does not activate if the sword has Helpless Tears. Shared sword. When staggered for the first time, recover from stagger next turn, then gain 10 protection, 500 shield every turn. Summon a Forgotten Knight sword next turn. Weathered Knight. Every time a sword pierces this unit, gain Crumble Pride and protection against gained every turn is reduced by 3, while shield HP gained every turn is reduced by 100. The Crumble Pride. At 3 Crumble Pride, this unit no longer gains protection and shield every turn, and instead becomes staggered next turn and gains Weathered Knight. I see. Every time a sword pierces the unit, I have to start breaking the swords. Hollow Pride. Turn to end after getting staggered for the first time. If there is a sinner with 5+ filled Black Tears, uses an AoE skill next turn. Crap. Turn end after getting staggered for the first time. If all sinners have filled Black Tears, gain Blessing of Despair. One Last Justice. On this unit is hit by Arcana Slave while it has Weathered Knight. Does not lose HP below 5% and kills itself at turn end. She doesn't even let us have the kill at the end, huh? Alright then. This is gonna be bizarre, but we're gonna have to do this. Now we're talking.
그려낸 대로
Subtitles, that's right. This game has both subtitles now. In-color subtitle, there we go. This is fun. Man, we have subtitles in the game, let's go! I can finally learn what they say. I have so many units which I don't know. Ow. Oh no, she did all 5 damage.
글싸이군 몰아친 것을
We almost broke that shield.
낮도 밤도 숨이
Revealed in Rhodia's night story and her own abnormality logs, she has 10 protection. And yeah, by the way, some of her status effects have additional lore.
고통스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 철학의 힘을 보여줄 것을.
What the fuck are you gonna blast her with?
이건 제압 개체에 한 번에 입힌 피해량이야. 잠깐. 진짜? 왜 부서 팀장을 안 달아줬지?
Oh yeah, by the way, some of the status effects additional lore. Yeah, swords have their own passives. Click on them to view. They have their own passives. If a sword with helpless tears reaches 0 HP, it stabs the Knight of Despair. If the unit has its crack, unit hits with the crack throwing does not activate the sinking. If there is an enemy with Chanting Arcana Slave, prioritize that unit. This unit's HP does not drop below 0 when it does not have helpless tears. Alright then.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라. 낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 타지 헤엄해.
I saw a neutral in there. You did? I didn't notice it. If you did saw it, then man. Do I attack deliberately as Heathcliff the Knight? Thinking now, maybe I shouldn't do that. Now we're talking. Blast her!
뭐야 이 수치는?
What, you're not gonna blast her? Okay then. I'm gonna blast her, you said.
피해량이야. 잠깐. 진짜? 왜 부서 팀장을 안 달아줬지?
It's actually damage. Why are we not using that? Is this actually damage? Okay then. Yes. Hello, Luz. Welcome to the stream. Long time no see. On the stream, I mean. How are you? Now, blaster, now! What? That was it? Ah, okay.
당신 그래도 이제야 회사가 정상으로 돌아갔네.
Victory.
이번 제압은 끝이야. 너희들도 고생 많았어. 티피리트, 너도. 언젠가 우리도 모든 게 끝날 때가 오면 좋겠네. 그때가 되면 휴식을 기다리며 고향의 노래를 부르고 있겠지.
For one second, I was so disappointed for having only 100 health. You know what I mean? 100 damage, I mean, with that blast. Thank goodness it finished her off. This is still the second warning. I feel so bad, but she won't be a threat to you now. Hey, seeing something, you know, seeing a Suma before you. Art thou verily a veritable magical maiden? Of course I am. I'm a magical girl fighting to vanquish this evil arcana. I cannot believe I didn't got that ID, by the way. I still can't believe. And I lost, like, I used the shards to get, well, you know my sad story. I don't have to keep saying it. My public appearances are sporadic. That's okay. Congrats, Collider. You beat a depressed girl into an egg. Thank you. I do my best. The warning will go out in this scene. Okay. Whoa! Then this magic is the legendary codices does exist. For truth? Ah, and thy most fashionable costume must be forsooth to gather the magical powers. Don Quixote, calm yourself. Huh? Where are you guys going? Faust somehow managed to precisely snatch Don Quixote's wildly flapping arms mid-motion and dragged her away from the magical girl and back to our group. Yeah, Faust knows. Wherefore didst thou drag me from this consultation? How is Faust strong enough to drag Quixote? Consultation of great significance. I have mountains of questions to ask her. That thing is no magical girl. What is... Wait a minute, are we still in the second warning? Yes. What is with thy conspiratorially low voice in this, huh? O-01-004 risk level wow. It is a veritable abnormality dubbed the Queen of Hatred for recording purposes. For that maiden there is an abnormality, yet she speaketh and appeareth just like a human. And to label someone whose sheer appearance exudes just this Queen of Hatred? I believe that it has been impressed upon you many times in the past that abnormality should not be judged by their exteriors. Indeed, they possess the sense of self, they think and they feel. Perhaps by the head's standards they may meet the criteria of what is considered a human. However, that is an abnormality, no more, no less. That monster! Look at the scorching hatred in her eyes! We must put her down immediately, before she lays eggs! Hello, Jersey. Welcome to the stream. I have her if you want to use her in the hard difficulty. No, I'm just saying that I want to collect her. I don't necessarily want to use her. We slowly turn around to look at the blue-haired thing, compelled by Faust's stern tone. But it was just there, humming a light tune, standing menacingly, swinging that stuff around. Oh, the lights. Wonderful. Looks like I managed to protect the peace once again. And when the red lights turned off and the alarm stopped blaring in our ears. Wait a minute. Is it the music is back to normal now? Yes, it is. It puffed away with the same pink swirl of light she first appeared with. This is annoying. Why did that abnormality have to be contained at our department? It couldn't be helped, Seafareth. Not even the manager knows which abnormality will appear at the headquarters. Yeah, that's true. But she just gets on my nerves, you know? Always showing up at the tail end of a huge mess like the second warning, barely doing anything to help, leaving the scene like she did something. Does she actually do that in the game? I can assure you that you will hate this pink thing. Excellent. Me too, Collider, me too. I want to collect the magical girl. Yep. Do we explain to the Collider what the Abno does? No, do not. It's gonna be a spoiler. And you know how she completely loses it unless we baby her all the time, right? Do I really have to fucking babysit her as I am trying to, contain other abnormalities? Motherfucker. Tifereth, the mic is still on. Yeah, so let them listen. The employees have to know that this abnormality is still an abnormality at the end of the day, I guess. Let him suffer a little. You should read the Night of Despair's abnormality logs, though. One day. Technically speaking, the Night of Despair is something I'm gonna meet in LobCorp too, so it's more spoilers. Her management appears to be quite the source of stress, it seems. I dropped my pen, excuse me. Yet aught is odd here. The maiden hath assisted us dearly in our battle, did she not? To suggest that she is hardly of any help is preposterous. Please review this document. It is a consolidation of management reports of for that abnormality from the former Elk Corp. Fortunately, it seems that an extended period of management experience has left quite a detailed report behind. Oh, damn. She wasn't kidding about having to baby this one, huh? The sinister's expressions all start to turn rather sour the further they read along the report. Oh, I wish I knew! I skimmed through it, and it looks like she's got this compulsive obsession that she always has to be on the side of justice. She grows more and more hysterical the longer a peaceful period lasts. What is her problem? Excuse me, what? I have to actually let them... No fucking way. So that's her gimmick? So I cannot even... I have to literally let an abnormality escape in order for her to be fucking satisfied? Man. No. Now I can see why it's a fucking pain to play through LobCorp. It's not about securing and containing every abnormality. It's also about managing abnormalities who do not want peacetime all the time. And the result is that you're gonna have to let some weak abnormality free in order for her to not go apeshit. Spoilers for what though? I suppose it's gonna be like more information, when it comes to the abnormality itself and its gimmicks. No? Me working on my sloop steel kill. I need 400 steel bars. It's so boring. Yeah, I know. Grinding is boring. We won't get into details. Magical girls don't like to feel useless. If it's peaceful, if people don't go splat, she will don't look into it. Yeah, I can imagine. The info on managing her is very precise and we won't spoil a thing. Do not. Hello, Tuna, sir. Cultivate by spring. What the heck, man? No gimmick or gameplay info in the logs. More of an additional lore. Okay, but the log right now is in the combat, right? I'm gonna have to go back to combat for that. We're gonna do it another day if we have to. The only thing you need to know is that they are Satan's greatest squad. I see. Got anything to say to that, oh great scholar of fixers? Indeed, it is quite different from what I anticipated. As fortune should have it, we did not encounter the mutated form of the grain of hatred today. Thank goodness. However, as they also possess such a thing as psychological stability or sanity, it seems that the employees assigned to this abnormality had the responsibility to keep it at higher levels at all times. It cannot have been easy to put up with humoring a monster in human skin. At least humoring them is the extent of the required effort at this point. You are implying that the management of abnormalities entails something far more complicated than simply calibrating their sanity at a reasonable level? Yes, that is correct. It seems that this headquarters is yet to extract a large quantity of abnormalities. A moment, if you will, to say that they extract. He furrowed his brows and started noticing a strangeness in her choice of words, but we already found ourselves returned to the mess of machinery that was LCE's vehicle. It seems that this is where this scenario ends. Dante, as there may be further information that can be garnered from this experience, repeated visits to this wall this night is also recommended. Okay, got it. Isang approached Faust to continue his earliest question, but Faust only shook her head in response, as if to say that she wasn't certain or that she couldn't tell him just yet. To me, someone who doesn't even know what's going on with the company they're working for, all the stories from the former L Corp and the library are filled with nothing but confusing mysteries, but something about it makes me feel as though everything that happened in those two places are at once foundations and clues to what we are going through. I really have to play these games, man. Maybe I can even use these moments to understand the stories I've forgotten, the purpose of this company I work for. So, well, who's up for a second run? Let's like Faust, focus on looking for those clues left behind. Excellent. A monster in human skin. Yep. Once again, she carried hard. She's still fighting in the back. What the fuck? Anyway, after 1.5 hours of stalling, we can finally start the intervallo. We're dying next to Lob Corporal Purchase. Yeah, that's not for 2 more Walt. Since the next one it will be library. I guess next Wall PP should happen after the new intervallo potentially. Yeah. Hello aboutism. Welcome to the stream. Well, let's put this man in the machine that makes you bold. What the heck? That was the last warp though. Considering that average full playthrough of Lobo starts around 170 hours, you'll have enough time before P4. Yes, but that doesn't count every other game I have to play now, does it? I have to go back to finishing the Fate visual novel. That is a game I really have to do. I can see myself actually playing Lob Corp and you know, getting about like halfway through Lob Corp before P4, but that is okay. We can finally be Chinese. Yes, we can. End stream. See you all in 1 month. Yes. Collider, check your Steam page messages. Man, why are you sending me Steam messages? What is this? What the fuck am I supposed to understand what this is? What is this? Oh, wait. Bruh, man. Why? 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 God damn it. I genuinely thought I was looking at the abnormality again. I've been waiting 3 weeks to show you this stupid ass image. This is an abnormality, but a helpful one. I see, so it was an edited image, huh? Perfectly normal abno. It wasn't about the normal abno that was the problem, man. Anyway, the hall was chill with a tense air, and those present all sat in complete silence. Then there was Jia Yongchun, and with her lips slightly curled into a mirthless sneer. And at the center, the most fucked up face in the existence. And at the center of it all sat Jiaxi Chun, unsure of what to say next. Well, everyone, Jia Yongchun, seated next to the hierarch seat upon which Xichun sat, smoothly takes control of the situation and begins the assembly. Honor heads of houses, lords of each family, their proxies, members, and she nods slightly, acknowledging our awkward presence. Oh fuck me, I forgot! There's the voice acting in the fucking intervallo! No, man, I have to read more. I got used to a little bit with what Purji said. I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna have voice acting in this now. And I started reading without realizing. Fuck. And Little Shichun's guests, who stay here at our 8th Corp, seems to be extending without a foreseeable end. That is such a polite way to say that you have, overstayed your welcome. Isn't she technically from Q Corp? What's up with her acting like she's any less of an outsider than we are? Yeah, indeed, everyone catch that. Our H Corp. Regardless of everything else, the fact that she hijacked the meeting from the get-go is ridiculous, especially with Jia Xichun, the family hierarch herself, presiding over this official assembly. Clearly, she is using the pretense of assisting the hierarch to assert her own dominance over these proceedings. As we are all aware, venerable former Jia Mu has always discussed with and confided in me the matters of the greatest import. The momentousness of which steered the very course of H Corp's prospects. Even after I departed the family for Q Corp, venerable former Jia Mu has always written missives to confer such matters with me. Something about it smells suspicious, but we'd already missed a window to challenge her to present us with proof without breaking decorum. Fuck. What if I read with you spiritually? Oh, thanks, brother. Thank you. You would have to wait next August for VA. I have to actually go through this intervallo again when the time comes. Thus, as it naturally follows I would be the inheritor of the venerable Jia Mu's will, I shall be presiding over this regular assembly, which we convene now to discuss and determine the future of H Corp. What a grandiose and self-important introduction. It seemed clear to me that she considered herself to be the main character of this scene or something. Who the fuck are you new faces? Your grace certainly befits your station, Lady Yachun. We are all impressed by your utmost dedication to the citizenry of Hongyuan, despite your already saturated schedule. This asshole. We can hardly thank you enough for your magnanimity, Lady Yuanqun. And my parents, a true shame that they couldn't be here, have always sung praises of your expertise, Lady Yuanqun. Hey, it's that guy. Responses from the participants are just as protected, only obsequious instead of arrogant. as heads of some of those houses were under investigation for consorting with the forces foreign to Hongyuan. That's right, we had that, huh? Their vacuum was filled by their children's generation, many of whom we had the pleasure of meeting during the family hierarchy war. Very well, then shall we? Welcome, Jiak Shichun, the next person to sit upon the seat of Hongyuan's family hierarchy. Greetings, now let us begin. For many years, many years, all those who have gathered here have toiled day and night for the eternal prosperity and growth of H Corp. Yeah, Xichun is so fucked off. Jiak Xichun's expression immediately sours as Yuan Chun unceremoniously cuts off her self-introduction. First on the agenda for this assembly are urgent discussions and passage of new major policy items that have been tabled for far too long. Distributive contribution rights, auctioning policy, quarterly amnesty policy. Hold on, Big Sister Yuan Chun. Passing the distributive contribution rights auctioning policy would allow to open auction for any remaining rooms the day before reconstruction days, and the quarterly amnesty wouldn't do anything but give unfair advantage to certain families and high net worth individuals by guaranteeing them large real estate assignments regardless of their performance in the previous quarter. Jiak Xichun stutters a little, flustered before continuing. My point is, these policies are going to rattle H-Corp's economy the moment they go into effect. Besides, these policies were pretty much drawn to favor lining the pockets of a select few families and high-ranking officials of H-Corp. If I may, vulnerable hierarchy, lining the pockets, that is quite an odd turn of phrase to refer to the bare minimum of respect that society might repay to its highest contributing members, don't you? I hate this asshole. This guy dies by my hand first. I'm only getting paid like 5 million per month. Please. I'm not... You can see that I'm just scraping by here. Motherfucker. Oh, before we continue, Xichun, I'm not entirely certain if you're aware, but ever since the accession of the new family hierarchy, the perceived value of Hongyuan has been racing to the, for lack of a better word, rock bottom. So, clearly, this demonstrates Hongyuan's concern and its lack of faith in the newly appointed family hierarchy. Therefore, it naturally follows that our most urgent task at hand is to put a stop to this value and reputation free fall and restore prosperity and greatness to Hongyuan once again. Yeah, I can see it in your eyes that you're all about the people. Yeah, okay, that's the family hierarchy's job, right? Why are you? If you had perused H-Corp's articles of association, you would have known that, should H-Corp be deemed to be in a state of crisis, the 4 great houses and the board of directors' voice may also carry de facto power in the assembly. And the board of directors, that's us, has determined that we are now in a state of crisis. Oh yeah, how convenient. You haven't even given her a proper month to work things out. State of crisis? What crisis? Everything that led to my accession to the family hierarchy was legitimate, down to the final approval. These unseemly rumors and slander are tanking our value, which we have to build up assiduously through years upon years of toil. So what is this if not a state of crisis? And who wouldn't doubt the new family hierarchy's qualities when this decline has coincided precisely with her accession? Jia Yuanchun was somehow turning the room against Xichun without presenting a single shred of evidence. How familiar I am with this fuck-ass tactic. Portraying her as some burdensome hierarch who has single-handedly tanking H-Corp's value. No one in the assembly, not a single representative from any families present, stepped up to point out how Jiak Xichun's swift actions were what finally repelled the outside forces that had marched right up to Hongyuan's front yard. Or how she deftly maneuvered her forces to quell the embers of war by quickly taking control of the chaos within Dangwanyan. She hasn't shown any glaring signs of incompetence since her accession, despite her relative inexperience, but... Everyone in Hong Yuan's board of directors, the heads of each family, averted their eyes as though all of that had somehow inconceivably slipped their minds. Oh yeah, how convenient. And how... Man, this hits a little bit too close to home. I don't think I can actually read these fucking lines. So you take yourself to be a qualified individual for the responsibility, Xichun? Very well, then proceed. We're all waiting for you to begin your briefing before the assembly regarding the last 30 years' quarterly net revenue records for Hong Yuan singularity-related businesses. Your calculations on next year's fiscal debt forecast and the exact recipe and variation numbers for the policies that have been registered in the last 5 years. That's the vulnerable hierarch has not received that data prior to the meeting. You must all be aware of the chaos that followed the ascension. We are still indexing all available materials too. Isn't that funny? Not once in the history of Hong Yuan has the family hierarch ever failed to provide immediate and detailed answers regarding Hong Yuan's historical statistics. Are you making this shit up? Or did you deliberately hide it in order to make it seem as if she is incompetent? Jia Yuanchun must have known all along too. She must have known how the previous family hierarchs were all directly supplied with an immense repository of information through the Xianhuan worm, or something of the equivalent. That's right. She didn't receive the worm. That's right. Without the worm, she's not actually as knowledgeable about everything every other monarch had. I had forgotten about the fuck-ass worm. Motherfucker. And she's using it to target Xichun's weakness, knowingly asking questions she, the first family hierarch without the Anamna worm, couldn't possibly answer. The responsibilities tied to the vulnerable seat of the hierarch Jiamu are matched only by the great power bestowed upon it. Thus, how are we to leave the matters of the wing to someone who is so evidently unprepared for the task? Given the present circumstances, our hands must be forced to call to vote the emotion of no confidence. I hate it when she does this fuck-ass expression. I hope we get to kill her as well. The emotion of no Actually, we cannot kill her because she's with Q Corp. Fuck! The emotion of no confidence? Maybe if she distorts. That's an idea. Emotion of no confidence, when passed by the high-ranking political officials, can result in the removal of the chief executive from the office. So they are going after Xichun's power. So this is the picture Jia Yuanchun wanted to paint. Impotent family hierarch stammering and stumbling through her first meeting to the total and near unanimous lack of support from the H Corp board of directors. Whatever jargon they're on about, seems to me they've got not an ounce of respect for the lass or us. Never trust twats overly obsessed with numbers and optimizations. They'll be the first ones to kick you out of the moment they no longer see you as useful. Yeah, he's right. You're not the only one who's pissed off, so can you please stop shaking your leg for a second? Oh wait, he does this like shake of the leg when he actually sits down and feels all nervous. That's right. That's something that people do, indeed. We do that in Greece too. I have noticed I can do it myself as well. No need to make our frustration any more obvious, you know. My arse would have left the chair long ago if it weren't for this lass. In H-Corp, should the board of directors unanimously vote in favor of the motion, certain parts of the family hierarch's powers will be removed. It is entirely possible that she will become a hierarch in name only. Shit. Oh, so they are threatening to fire her unless she falls in line. This is some needlessly convoluted way to... The assembly will now consider the motion of no confidence. Are there any objections to bringing the motion of no confidence against family hierarch Jia Xichun to the floor? Hold on, the vote of no confidence isn't an item you can invoke so lightly. The Shi family has no objections. Let's say the Wang family has no objections either. Xu family too. Man, are you guys all mind controlled? Specifically you. Specifically you. The arrest of the previous family head seems to have changed precisely nothing. Oh yeah, that bitch has done something. She has done something. There is no way. Those in power who wore more youthful faces, but their tongues still carried the same old resistance to change. Same old resistance to change, excuse me. The new family's heads were just as uncooperative as ever, and everyone seemed to be solely interested in staying in Jia Yuan Chun's good graces. New faces, same old. And needless to say, Heathcliff wasn't the only sinner fuming with rage. It is far too vexing to simply watch and do not. Right? I knew you didn't let this slide, Don Quixote. They're walking all over Xi Chun like she's not even here. Forsooth, we cannot let such injustice transpire unabated. Hey, seems like we're both on the same page. That's it, I'm not going to hesitate to make myself heard again. This time I want to be courageous, with your help, Don Quixote. Come on, let's do this together, okay? What are you gonna do? Very well, I'm in agreement. Wait, are we for real? What are you gonna do? What are you... I don't think this is gonna go well. Unless if Hong Le actually objects. He's considered the head of a family, if you think about it. Technically speaking, Xi Chun and him are from the same family, but hey, his vote must mean something. Yeah, then let's go on 3 at the same time. If there are no objections, 1, 2. The assembly will put this resolution to vote in a month, and 3. Here, objection. Brother, you should not have stuttered. Bloody hell. Oh, have you gone mental? Sinclair stood tall, at the center of the entire room's undivided astonishment. Alone. Don Quixote, still firmly in her seat, gazed upon Sinclair's proud stand and rubbed her nose. Quixote! No! No! You cannot let him... Young Sinclair, thou hast involved indeed, but an unmeditated pursuer of justice thou hast become, with such unrelenting fervor and utter disregard of decorum. Why aren't you standing right beside him? You just let him take all the fire. Don't parent moment. What kind of a parent moment is this? Phoenix Wright type shit. It's actually awesome. Don't that piece of shit. Certainly, my efforts have finally borne fruit. What the hell? Did Don Quixote or Heathcliff suddenly rub off on you or something? No, wait, no. What happened there? Don Quixote, we were going to... What happened to objecting together? Huh? I had taken thy suggestion to mean that we must voice our dissatisfaction through the official channels, borrowing the titles of the illustrious Red Gaze and the Department of LCC. Ever since you became smart again, you have been playing a different game. I don't mind it, but let's just say that the original Don Quixote would have most definitely stood right there by Sinclair, okay? Grandma likes to do a little trolling. Official channels, borrowing the titles of the illustrious Red Gaze and the Department of LCC. Disputes in such a succession of power on such a high level of government are hardly ever resolved with rash grandstanding. Dost thou not agree? Why are you normal all of a sudden? Lad, what just happened? What happened to the clammy, Mick boy? Well, that's... I guess I just assumed that this is how Limbuscompany rolls now. There seems to have been an unexpected outburst from Xixun's guests. Withdraw your objections, and we will consider this a momentary loss of control and not enter it as an official statement. It was. Sinclair's eyes were shaking like someone with his life on the line. If not, I take it that you have full confidence in her abilities. So please, I encourage you to elaborate. When and how will Xixun demonstrate her aptitude for the responsibilities of the family hierarchy? His voice continues to shrivel into a corner. He can't. And how could anyone? How could anyone when we all had a very clear view of her path to ascension? During the family hierarchy evaluation, Bao Yu donated the coins he received from Jia Qiu to you, and essentially you pity parted your way to victory. Pity partied. And for your ascension, Jia Qiu and those outsiders from an upstart company had to almost literally carry you to the seat. Has there ever been a single victory attained by your own hands in that entire process? They keep scrubbing off, they keep scooping off the fact that she actually saved Hang Yuan by actually, by not actually going into an all-out war with the outsiders who came to, well, fuck everything up. Don't become smart. La gasp. La criatura. It has become neurotypical. I hate Yuan Shan. She's incredibly... She has mastered the art of irritating others. That's for sure. Facts don't care about your feelings, Sinclair. True. But have we not all been witnesses to the qualities she exhibited during the family hierarchy evaluation and her own accession? You must have no shame shaking your forked tongue in the audience of both heaven and earth like an unwitting buffoon. That's when quiet, even footsteps broke through. Jia Yuanchun's merciless dismantling of Jia Xixun. God damn! God damn! God damn! Yet, I see the point. The hierarch, with her grace, needs only demonstrate her already established qualifications before all. This is no place for an outsider to speak, but proceed. Just how will she prove herself before us? What an odd statement, coming from a fellow outsider who's been chattering for minutes on end. Forgive me, I could only presume from your verbosity that the right to speak in this forum was open to all outsiders. Get fucked. You have said it yourself, no? That the vote on the non-confidence resolution will proceed in a month? That seems to give the venerable hierarch a month to regain the trust of each family. What? It is rather clear to me that there are many who find their own defeat in the family hierarch war difficult to accept. Such a doubt is easily resolved. A match between clans should lay it out the results quite obviously. Very well, a fair challenge between clans, which would preclude the participation of the family hierarchs, Heishu packs, and the Jialan guards. Jialan? Jialan guards? Classic Zigong W. Yep. Zigong ID when Kim Ji-hoon. It would be awesome if we actually get an ID for her. What's a snake tongue against an even more venomous tongue? True. So you would remove her POW, Cannon, and Ju, Chariot, before the game even begins? Why not make this test a series of sparring matches in both academia and martial arts, if such is the case? Huh, what audacity. You truly have that much faith in Jia Xichun's abilities? You must know the consequences of failing these matches, no? It would be a unanimous, one-sided end to the vote of no confidence. And naturally, and all rights appertaining to the family hierarch shall be transferred to the board of directors. That is fine by us. You are free to choose any champion whom you see fit. Unfortunately, your underlings don't seem to share your inflated confidence. But in the midst of the confused, flabbergasted silence from the other sinners, a clear, carefree, yet deviant voice rings out Hongla's retort. That's not true at all, Big Sister Yuan Chun. We actually have we have just as much confidence in Xi Chun as she does. His wide eyes stare directly and unblinkingly into GX Yuan Chun's. Get screwed. It occurred to me that this might be the way of expressing anger. It might be his way of expressing anger. God damn! Him expressing anger? Impudent child. How dare he stare me down like that? Then you are welcome to try. 1 month. You have but 1 month to prove before all in audience that she is indeed fit to be the family hierarch. Should you fail, the vote may as well be a mere formality. In other words, should she successfully prove herself, none of you shall again rightly challenge the independent rights and powers bestowed upon the family hierarch. The consequences of such recalcitrance, recalcitrance would be no different from those that the traitors are facing. Wouldn't you agree? Well then, we will excuse ourselves now. Wait, I am Jingong turns around towards us with that same mysterious smile and slowly directs us outside the assembly hall. We may call them sparring matches, but you must know that each and every one of them is a test to prove your claim to the seat of family hierarch. A month is a time far too brief for drastic improvement, regardless of whom it might be. Learning from a proper master for 10 months straight might teach you a few things, but who knows how long the search for such master might take. Not to mention the official channels through which you must bring them past Wang Guanyan's walls, which may take up to 2 months. Why not relent now and relinquish but a part of your powers as the family hierarch to the board of directors? It seems that this fellow outsider's mental faculties are impressively lacking. My lord has spoken in the past that, when in the presence of 3 people, at least one of them is bound to be a teacher of mine. And here they are, aren't they? Jiaxi Chun's masters, each carrying something new to teach her. All 13 of them. Technically speaking, each sinner actually exceeds at something special. Maybe we do stand a chance. Zhigong gestured confidently towards the flabbergasted sinners and the assembly came to an end. Man, what an introduction to an intervallo. So sad it wasn't voiced. I'll get to enjoy it next time when it does get, in the next roundabout, when it does get voiced. Alright. Technically speaking, I've already hit the 2-hour mark, but I am willing to actually go for one more node. Ah yes, mental capacities are severely lacking. The most passively aggressive way to say it. That painted thumb. True. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to go grab a glass of water. I'll be right back. Why? Why did the model had like a fucking aneurysm over there? Yeah, Collater's model having a stroke. I have no idea what the camera was seeing, and actually it was, you know, just going a little bit like... like suddenly I became an animatronic or some shit. I'm a bit late because of other streamers. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Gio. We're almost close to the end of the stream too. Depending on how long this node will take. You're getting straight teeth from Wooties. Bruh, what the fuck? Ugh! Mother... And she's the one to appear right off the bat? We were planning to train GX Tune anyway, but it seems that we are now under an unexpected deadline. Ugh. Hey, when you said that LCB was going to help me out, did you guys mean that you were going to publicly humiliate the crap out of me at the assembly? Man, she really has grown on me. I really like Shichun too. She heard ya. Fuck. He said it! It's true, man. What the fuck? Of course not, Chikshun. Big sister Yuan Chun's an old snake. You have just given her 30 days to set the perfect stage for my downfall, to prove to the world once and for all that I'm not qualified at all to be the family hierarch. But Xichun, weren't you always so good at humbling anyone who dared underestimate you? Not so much anymore. Back then, like an idiot, I thought I just had to hold on with everything I had. I thought that's all I ever had to do, but now, things are different. Different? How? It's true that I'm vastly underqualified to be the family hierarch, and she's right, I'm pretty much locked into this position. Chichun, don't tell me that woman's bullshit actually got to you. Oh hey, Ishmael actually swears like a sailor for once. Well, she wasn't completely wrong, right? I'm just some kid who happened to be just good enough to survive some traps and ambushes. I'm afraid that the responsibility of a family hierarch might be too much. You only realize that now? You have been so overconfident this entire time, and only now you're actually feeling like you're not enough. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Her self-confidence has significantly decreased compared to the observation from our previous interaction. Yep. Stress might be getting to her. The heck, Chichun? I don't remember you being this kind of character. Oh, here comes Rhodia becoming the mother in this situation. What happened to the girl who looked down on us the moment we met? You even had the audacity to pretend to not know who we are, didn't ya? Where did all that confidence go, girl? That actually got under her skin back then, huh? So, Xichun, what do you want to do? Are you sure you're okay with this? Are you okay with letting this happen? If I let it happen, Big Sister Yuan Chun's going to continue expanding her influence here. I'm sure she and the board of directors have been cozying up to each other for a long time. Is the implication that her testaments on her influence were true? Yep, it's true. Before she left for Q Corp, Big Sister Yuan Chun used to always accompany Jiamu to these assemblies. If we just let them hold the vote of no confidence, they are going to unanimously vote against me and slowly reduce the family hierarch's scope of power. And who knows, they might even call for a re-evaluation. However unlikely that sounds. Yep. Sounds exactly how the president's position here in Greece works. By the way, did you know that? It took me a long while for me to realize what is actually, what is actually off about the positions of power here in Greece are. Here in Greece, the president actually is nothing more than just, well, a decorative position. They don't really have any power. It's only the prime minister who actually is the one who actually governs the country. So, yeah. In Greece? Yes, in Greece. Hello, Jesus, by the way. Welcome to the stream. We are sorry for that. We love Zilu. I guess so. You know, because of the worm, they never cared for intelligence. That is true. That's what I came to realize myself. Oh, this is just as chocolate, though. Just feistier. What? Feistier? Well, yeah. I guess so. Besides, Big Sister Yuan Chun, I think her definition of Hong Kong's prosperity might be different from mine. By the way, Collider, don't you forget the memes. There, don't worry. After this note, we're gonna go for the memes. What she's looking for is an H-Corp's prosperity. It's Dongguan Yuan's. And I know that this all has something to do with the ties to Q-Corp, which I bet has already been going on for a while just under my radar. I'm sure they have already had plenty of talks behind my back. Which is not the kind of vision you have for Hong Yuan's future, right? And that's why you spoke up against her. My vision for Hong Yuan is... I want to change H-Corp to be the kind of place where people can live without fear. I just never imagined I'd have to prove myself like this, and in only 30 days. Even then, your vision hasn't changed, right? It hasn't. Great, great. So it's decided then, huh? We just need Fao to deliver the bad news to Saudi. So to summarize, the responsibility of training Shichun to win these matches, I mean these amorphous tests, upon which hinges the family hierarch's fate, and almost every facet of which is entirely under Jia Yuanchun's control, by the way, and it's probably a trap, within the next 30 days is ours, and we have to explain that to Saudi? Oh, wow, that sounds like a lot of work when you put it like that. Post-mortem reports have become quite rote. Sometime later. Prithee, thou must impress upon the illustrious red gaze that was mine idea this time. Sinclair stared blankly at Don Quixote as she made her desperate plea towards Saudi. Yes, and I understand that as well, for the 8th time. As always, Saudi was wearing the same refreshingly incomprehensible smile. The kind of smile that makes people increasingly anxious the longer it lasts. Well, that gives us about 30 days, during which those sparring matches, tests, whatever, will be happening as well. Great, then let's give it our best. Sinclair mutters in a near whisper, clearly feeling responsible for what happened. Yes, I understand. I never should have stepped out of line like that, but something just... Yeah, so let's give it our best. I totally agree. We messed everything up again, and what? What? Limbus Company was always going to remain here and assist Mia Jixun acclimate herself to the responsibilities of the family hierarchy. It was always a part of our plan. All according to Keikaku. Well, I sure am glad that I took Faust's advice about how meticulous planning is completely pointless when it comes to the LCB's missions. I never would have to submit 9 separate disciplinary incidents reports back during the J-Corp incident had I known. 9? Only 9? I assumed we were gonna get at the very least, well, 12, as many as the sinners themselves. I believe I should be able to explain this further. No, actually, 13 if you count Dante in it. Prior to his departure, my lord was concerned that such a thing would come to pass. That's why he has left Zilu and I here to look after the new family hierarch's position, which must still be on rather thin ice. She cares about the word and racist idea. Yeah, the clanky racist. 9 would be lengthy ones, so you know. Nah. Workplace incidents, we call those checklists. So that's what they were privately talking about when he pulled them aside. Doing nothing and allowing her wicked machinations to progress would have irrevocably made the entire board of directors naught but puty. in Yuan Chun's hands. And that would have led that snake to de facto assume the seat of the family hierarchy. Against such a insidious man, I'm gonna die. Against such insidious foe who wields intrigue as a weapon, the most viable strategy is the most direct one: to challenge her head on. Besides, has this not given you the excuse you needed to prolong your company's stay in Dangguanyan? This is also a prime opportunity for Jiang Shichun to further solidify her influence here, depending on the outcome of the vote of no confidence. They have played right into our hands by accepting this deal. So I don't want to rain on everyone's parade, but are we not even going to consider what might happen if we fail? No, we're not, because you will not fail, not with us aiding your efforts. Also, were you serious back there when you said that we were all going to teach Jiang Shichun, all 12 of us? I won't object to selecting only a few of us with better aptitude to be educators. Ready to become a teacher, goddamn. By the way, we already have an established eternal hierarchy based on the sum of each of our abilities. Of course, the results weren't entirely to my satisfaction. Utis, with all due respect, girl, you know you are the strongest one. The strongest one amongst mortals. Quixote is a fucking immortal. You cannot really... You know what? I will not bother. Due to an unexpected incident. She literally came out second. Like, what do you mean by your satisfaction, woman? Utis, chill, lady. Man, this is... Look, most of the time, I'm all about whatever Utis actually says. But goddamn it. There are some moments where she really doesn't make sense. She's 200 years old or so. Yeah, potential woman Utis. She literally came out second. Literally the best amongst the mortals of Limbuscompany. She wants to surpass the gods. You remember that meme when I shared it in the server? About, you know, her being like, others commit hubris and they are punished by the gods, but I never commit hubris because I'm better. I'm even better than the gods themselves. I'm poking outside of my skull, executive manager. I'm poking out of my skull is actually the line. Utis is not a potential woman. Have you seen middle Utis, man? I did 1.5k damage outside of MD. Damn. Was and could but never is meme. Okay, Miss Utis, that is a statement mired in narrow vision rife with factual refractions. I am of the stand that the qualities of a good teacher are defined not by such statistics. So you must be the one who placed last in that scale. God damn, bruh. God damn. Yisang did not deserve that. He did not deserve that at all. Collider, you're gonna hate me for saying this, but one more story note, you won't regret it. It depends on how long this will last, okay? Uti supposedly won the smoke war, still a worse squad commander than Dante. Come on now, don't say that. I won't expect... look, I'll give you one for free Hesses. No slander to Utis. No slander at all, okay? Or you get the timeout. And by timeout, I mean, you know, you're gonna get 10 seconds of you know, staring at the wall. Which is funny because she glazed the manager to high heavens. Yeah, rightfully so, if you ask me. We just got another betrayer and backstabber ID foreshadowing. Not at all. Not at all. I have no idea what you're talking about, master. Power scaled by ideal boy. One more node. I'll see. Just don't say anything bad. Best not to stand out like a sore thumb. I may have overreacted then. My lord has said that from the virtues we may learn to replicate their merits. From the flawed we may learn to avoid their failings. As long as the student is willing to learn, anything can be a teacher. I also, to embrace this teaching, seek from all those who we come across. Just what in the heavens are you doing? I am preparing a lesson plan for young Chin Chun, our family hierarchy. Did you actually irritated Gong? She doesn't seem like the one to be irritated so easily. Wow, you sure got on that fast. So what are these yellow warming things here? It is a star, twinkling in its radiance. According to this schedule, you have prepared that student would have -3 hours available for sleep. This lesson plan's execution will require cooperation from T-Corp. If only the day had 27 hours. If only. I shall die a man who spoke the truth. Good girl, your sacrifice for the family won't be forgotten. Someone burned that lesson plan. The scribbling sound. Yeah, it's surprisingly Otis doesn't have a fair bullet ego. I mean, magic bullet is enough, no? Not even Zingon can comprehend Don. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know a guy. We know a guy at T Corp. True. Yeah, just be a mistake, most fatal indeed. I shall correct it post haste. She's not amused at all. Zikong was staring at Don Quixote's expression of her wild artistic merit upon the curriculum with her usual crescent moon eyes. Wait, is that supposed to be Xingzong's grimace? Of course, each of their own, I suppose. I need not be shaken by every little thing until we have their actual lesson plans in hand. Thanks for putting your faith in us, Xingong. We barely have any of that to go around ourselves. So I understand it wouldn't have been easy. You could say that I have learned my lesson. The recent events have taught me that the path of learning is truly one without end. Ah, that's so nice. Man, this node alone took us like 20 minutes. I didn't expect that it would take like so long. Well, not 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, but damn. Okay, one more node, okay? This is the last one. I literally don't have any more time, bro. I see that you have all individually worked on your lesson plans, as per Zigong's request. Next one is best to finish it on. Okay. I have received a total of 12 lesson plans. Oh, hey, it's Zilu. God, that is Zilu? Bro! I was about to say, who's this fine maiden? That is Zilu? Hold on, shouldn't there be 13 of them? Even the executive manager had decided to spare their precious time to teach a class. Yeah, I had it in my lesson plan too. Jesus Christ, and she also has a fucking rabbit sticker. Yeah, now I can see why he gently like moved the bat with literally 5 rings of obliteration on his head. That explains everything. My guy really doesn't want to, yeah. He doesn't take no shit from anyone when they harm his waifu. Waifus, actually. You know, the Limbus group must have been the most chaotic group she had ever encountered. Yup, true. Makes sense. It would be insane to not have an even more chaotic group than Limbus. She has a little bunny badge, I love it. Yep. Jesus, guys. Jesus. Stop being so freaky about it. Well, that's because she's the rabbit group. She's the rabbit group, I think, at least. I mean, most are rabbits, I think. Some of them. Bro, we love Zilu. Yeah, okay. I know now why you love Zilu. Fair enough. Payam makes women who are both badass and feminine. True. True. And tall. She actually must be taller than Rhodia. That is because... Wait a minute. Where were we? Sorry. Oh yeah, I had my lesson plan too. That is because... So who didn't do their homework? After a brief silence, everyone turned around and looked at one of the sinners. Please tell me it's not Heathcliff. Come on, man. Come on, it must not be Heathcliff. My guy is like smarter than he looks. Come on. Oh, come on! It ain't me. Yes! Oh, please, at least try to make a compelling argument. That was the argument, Otis. He actually just said it ain't him. Straightforward as it gets. Who else other than you could it possibly... It's me. You think? You've been acting out of character a lot recently. What's going on? Well, that's, Sinclair was drenched in sweat for some reason. Actually, in Sinclair's seat was a large stack of papers which filled to the brim with writing. Sinclair, are these papers? I'm done. Sorry, I got too into making a lesson plan and just couldn't stop myself from writing. Whew. Sinclair couldn't have appeared more proud as he placed that big bundle of sweat-soaked papers in Zilu's hands. Jesus Christ, she's tall as hell. And she receives it with a mild trepidation. You seem to have dedicated quite a momentous effort in drawing up this lesson plan. Man, she literally out-hides every male in the fucking company. Is that also part of the, you know, the genetics of the you know, the Heishu? Mao brands, aka green dudes, are rabbits. Only Jiachun would have the necessary stamina for Bunny Girl. You know what? I believe that, yeah. My next Lotus render will have Zilu. Good. Man, she's strong as shit too. Yep. The bolus gives you rabbit legs, so probably. I don't think of that that deeply. And she's one of the best among the Heishu, if I remember. Yeah. The singularity of H-Corp makes them fairies. Jesus. I'm getting through, but sorry, hiccup. It's getting through, but I real that Sinclair in the book was pretty much in the adolescence age. Here, he's been very latching on potential partners. I think he's just really like Sichun, even if it may be subconscious. Ricardo Zilu cute stickers. Yeah. What's up with her? Let's start reviewing from the first of the stack. 108 analytical approaches to an Athens AAA. What does AAA mean? And how do you plan to explore all 108 approaches in a month? Appreciation of artists in assassinations. What the fuck? Even Ryoshi got staggered from that. Like, what the fuck? 108 analytical approaches to an aesthete appreciation of artists in assassinations. My boy learned from the best. Look, man, Xixian is the most sane person he's met around his age. Yep. She just fades in like that. You know it's serious when she stops smoking as well and she starts holding the cigarette with her hand. Shijun isn't blood related, Damien, so Sinclair isn't interested. What? For real? Wait a minute. F you went too far. Fuck you went too far? What do you mean? Alright, sorry. Flip a page and continue eating for those 108 approaches. What paint did you use? It's quite viscous and the paper has partially melted. Ladies, watch yourself. You almost got some on my arm. A painting, huh? Man, Zilu. Poor woman. You know, her not actually having her mask and her hat, she doesn't seem as ominous. She legit looks like a normal woman. And in this case... Damn. In this case, it feels like she really is the one in danger here. Zilu? Man, it outhides Rodia! She outhides Rodia! She outhides Rodia, man! You cannot be serious right now! Man, fuck me. Zilu must be like 2 meters tall plus. and trails coating the world. poor Zilu. I never thought Zilu to be a comedy character, a comedic relief character. Now you know how it's appreciate the artistry of slaughter. Just what the hell did you paint in that paper? Hey, get it together. Zilu stumbled briefly. Whatever was on the paper must have given her quite a shock. My mind wandered for a moment. This is too dangerous to be used for a lesson, thus it goes to the discard pile. Weak sauce. Zilu crumpled up the paper without hesitation and tossed it out of sight. Next. Intro to Societal Reintegration. Impressive title. Chapter 1. How to shake hands with your left hand when the situation calls for it. Believe it or not, as much as stupid as this may sound, it may be useful. Chapter 2. Exploration of exclusively long-sleeved fashion and practices. You know exactly who wrote that, smiling in the back over there. Chapter 3. Projecting confidence and why having a bug arm is totally cool. That's, you know how it is. Be proud of who you are. All that philosophy stuff. I wanted this lesson to give a bit of a paradigm shift, where we can all come to see our flaws not as failings but as evidence of our individuality, which will usher in a world where we can carry on with our lives, no matter what kind of arm we have. Discard. Next. Zilu quickly flipped through the pages. Intro to Denigrative Linguistics. Subheading to the power of words. Sticks and stones may break their bones, so let's add words to the pile. What the fuck? Is that what this is? The power of words. Sticks and stones may break their bones, so let's add words to the pile. What is this kick you while you're down kind of mentality there? Banger handline, yeah. It's a walk on this thing. My credentials include the ability to dress down an opponent so hard that they fall to their knees and beg me to stop. So you really do kick them while they're down. I have plans for application as well. The lesson teaches methods pertaining to disguising compliments in criticisms and vice versa. I would never want to go into a verbal argument with fucking Mutis. All of this seemed rather difficult to learn. I have concluded from my Hitherto observations that observations that Shichun is an individual of great promise in this field. Following my instructions to a T, and I guarantee you that this cadet shall be able to have the upper hand in any verbal confrontations. Is this a curriculum to make the best brawler of the best, or the best family character out of me? Zilu seemed quite interested, but Shichun's vehement veto eventually overruled the suggestion. Zilu was interested? What the? On Justice, another impressive title. Subheading methodologies of... Man, that is a Greek word. Why did I stagger with a Greek word? It's because I'm paraphrasing it in English. Methodologies of captivating an entire room of preoccupied audience. Discard. Fiondi, wherefore? Next. Praxis of ego splittings concerning fuck me, who writes this? Inter-mirror conflict between the self and the reflections, and paradoxic ally fracture theory of idealism, in which one attempts to open an opening door to open the door. What the? You sang? Utterly comprehensible. Discard. Perhaps Misterioso's advice to truncate the lesson. How did I know that it was Gisanga? Truncate the lesson title should have been taken in earnest. Survival and exploration. For all we know, he actually wrote an actual masterpiece. But... but the title was too shit. Survival and exploration. 21 reasons to pay attention when the exploration team leader is giving advice on the upcoming adventure. Case study for 30 horrible mistakes that occurred because the team was distracted during the leader's lecture. Ismail! How to track down a troublemaker who tries to sweep trouble under the rug while the team leader isn't looking. Someone ignored my advice that we should have been moving 2 steps ahead. Finally, I've narrowed them down to 3 culprits. Oh, wait, I forgot to take that part out. And into the shredder it went. When did that paper shredder get here? We were not supposed to use that. Hey, I found a new thumbnail. Thank you, guys. The art of using yawning as a cover for popping a cookie or 2 in your mouth, especially useful when getting lectured. Rhodia? Hey, if you get good enough at it, you can do that with nuts too. Bruh, I can't. I can't! Oh, she would know. Oh, she would know. Small trivia, one of the key features of real Yi Sang's poetry was stylizing it in such a way spaces were removed. Wow. I see, so it is actually taking, taking part of the... Wow. Taking inspiration from the original context of the original material. Aha, so it was you who made those crunching noises in our last meeting. What? Nah, do you take me for an amateur? The art of... Do you take me for an amateur? So who the fuck was actually the one who was doing the crunching? Whatever. The art of social maneuvers, how to let it flow through you. Social maneuvers? Mersault? How to not make things awkward when you walk right into on someone's bad-mouthing you. Ah, it was Hangla, excuse me. The most important part of this art is to flash a refreshing smile in a way that looks earnest. It helps when you convince yourself that smiling is what brings good fortune. Smiles have a way of disarming people, giving them pause and making them hesitate. I remember that. Big Bro used that technique to confuse a lot of Dangwanyan people who hated him. I see. I can't quite bring myself to throw this into the shredder. Next, how to remain in complete stillness for a week until the next command is received. Is that Mersault? This lesson plan was designed based on Rodion's advice that I must prioritize the strengths that are unique to myself. Look, in my defense, I didn't know he considered that to be his unique strength, okay? Let us consider whether standing in complete stillness for a week is a quality one might seek in the family hierarchy. This one is certainly interesting. What separates bravado from bravery? Ooh. Jack shite, shut off and grab your weapons. Oh man, and you had it on the first part. Damn it, Heathcliff. Yep, always gotta read the full print. It's my philosophy that reason don't necessarily need to be considered before coming to blows. Martial prowess is indeed an indispensable part of the family hierarchy's qualities, but our focus is not on developing a hierarchy of a syndicate. Next. Information disparity as a driver of inequitable treatment. Driver? Huh? That's actually the most interesting sounding one so far. And the application of engineering frameworks. Faust. Okay, it's kind of losing me, but I'm still on board. For systematic resolution in rational self-interest, Jesus driven societies, and is it still going? That was 1/5 of the full title. It seems that the same trouble has hindered both you and I. Hey! The geniuses are at it again. Every word in that title was added for its absolute necessity. And it sure was. Indeed, indeed. After she had gone through the majority of our lesson plans. Finally, now that that's over. Hey, it's finally my turn. You? Sinclair signed with the gravitas of someone who's just been bestowed with the most important mission in his life. Thinking back, even back in school, I used to daydream about becoming a teacher myself. I thought I could be good at it. So I guess you... Remembrance. So I guess you could say that I'm pretty happy to be given an opportunity like this. I call my lesson the theory on self-overcoming. We have to accept that everyone stumbles on at first, but by always striving to be a better person than I was yesterday. Hey, but what if I like who I was yesterday more? Well, excuse me, what? Let me rephrase that. Hey, but what if I like who I was yesterday more? That's okay. Everyone was... Sorry, excuse me. I need to answer the door. Alright, I'm back. Okay, where were we? That's okay, everyone has their own unique potential sleeping deep inside. So with everything I've learned and experienced so far, let me teach you. Let me teach you how to not doubt your own capabilities, how to always shoot higher. Hold on, you had me for a second there, but what's up with the acting like you are an infinitely more enlightened person than I am? Of course, I've prepared a speaking class where you can learn how to speak with modesty, too. I never would have imagined Sinclair would be this into it. Yeah, too bad he's so into it that he's not even listening to what Chichun's saying. Following that, your company's, it seems that Zilu has completed her review. Oh, I see. Now, how's everything going, everyone? Class prep going well? Mine, Risiculum, most special. Okay, so I love that. It literally cut off to Kyoto crying. Okay, so that's a no. That was Sad's impression upon taking a quick glance at Don Quixote, who was sobbing and cradling the shredded pieces of her lesson plan in her hands. Soundy smile is just... Yep. Behold everyone, 200-year-old granny. Yeah, well, it wasn't a complete bust, at least. Sinclair's lesson plan survived. Miss Gong, Miss Saudi, I've prepared a full 30 days worth of lesson plans. Would you like to take a look? But Zigong and Saudi weren't looking at the dozens of lesson plans Sinclair presented so proudly before their eyes. They were looking away. Zigong especially was looking away with an unmistakable expression of pity. So he doesn't know. Would you mind explaining this, Zilu? I could not bring myself to tell him. Apologies. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ! So this young man produced this entire sizable stack of lesson plans all on his own. I see. Weakness has found its way into your heart in the face of such earnest effort. I understand. Wow. However, it has been decided that Sinclair will not be participating as one of Xi-Chun's teachers. Or should I call you Pupil Sinclair to be exact? This has gotta be a mistake, right? Isn't Xi-Chun the pupil here? No, there haven't been any mistakes. My lord has specifically instructed that you are to learn from this as well. What? What? Seriously? Okay. Excellent. So we have 2 students. This isn't right. Guys, this isn't right. Wow, this looks like a proper classroom. Yep, it sure is a classroom, right? It would have felt pretty dang empty with just Xi-Chun sitting there all on her own, don't you think? Besides, I bet Sing's the resident expert on going to schools, right? School was a luxury for me, you know? Yeah, maybe, but that doesn't mean I even wanted to go back to school. You should learn to be grateful. I don't dole out on my teachings to just anyone. Don't forget we get to redo the whole lesson plan under their supervision. Utish, you always get on your soapbox and try to lecture everyone about something after every single battle anyway. And you, Ishmael, you always get hyperfixed on something. Once you find something interesting, you never stop talking about it for 3 hours at least. And I will ensure that you receive the best education I can provide, Sinclair. Hold on, Yui-san. I thought we were the underdog duo. Remember during the checkup when I said we got this? We were going to get this together. Man, he sure has the confidence to talk back to every single one of them now, huh? The evaluation painted a twisted picture of the true scale of strength, the sole measure of which are erroneously relied entirely on physical might. I shall not hesitate to impart the knowledge for those who require education. Congratulations, my lady. You have found yourself a desk mate, which some call a bestie, depending on desk placement. What? She's happy about that? Desk mate, bestie, what the heck does any of that mean? Huh? Huh? Jiaxi-chun's eyes widened with the confusion, as though she just heard those words for the first time in her life. When I first met her when she was 16, she explained to me that she hadn't attended any school-like institutions. This is par for the course of children of Hung Yuan who are raised for the purpose of becoming the next family hierarch. The reason being that schools can be a perfect place to assassinate someone. So deskmates and besties. Sinclair began to explain, seemingly resigned to the fact that he was essentially going back to school for a month with the other sinners as his teachers usually sit next to each other and help one another out. A bestie might nudge the other awake when they doze off, share their homework with one another if one forgot to do theirs. They usually end up being included in the best memories of each other's school time. Yeah, I literally don't remember anyone. So not very important, not very important at all, huh? I think I got this on my own. I don't need a bestie. I don't need a bestie. Local Chinese woman and her chick. What the heck? It may have come a few years late, but I'm moved that my lady finally has a chance at experiencing school. Same here, I remember it like yesterday. Xi-chun would sit and watch other kids walk to school from a distance, tears welling in her eyes. Dude! Oh, that reminds me. One day, out of nowhere, she started saying something about eating from lunchboxes with friends. I haven't a clue as to how or where she even heard about it, but she snuck into the kitchen and... Wait, don't you guys have lesson plans to write? Come on, hurry up. 30 days are ticking down. We've only got 30 days. Of course. Unfortunately, I have become quite occupied with another task of great importance, assisting Wei with indexing and reviewing various documents that are in critical need of organizing. Thus, I must leave this lesson planning next to you two, Zilu and Miss Saudi. Have you any thoughts on this matter? What? Why is this phrased like that? Do you have any thoughts on this matter? Slacker. What was that? I said nothing. Oh no. The waifus are actually having a... They're having a sass with each other. Suddenly one day Xi-chun was sad. Yep. Okay. That literally took us 30 fucking minutes. The story nodes are massive, bro. The story nodes are massive. Under normal circumstances, I shouldn't actually... Under normal circumstances, I shouldn't actually waste any more time with the... You know... It was worth it. It was worth it, but still... we exceeded the stream by 1 hour. I didn't plan for this. Under normal circumstances, I shouldn't actually go for the memes either because we're gonna waste any more time. But I don't like disappointing people, so here we are. I assume you have everything compiled nicely for me at the very least. Okay, Persona 4 Revival. The first trailers. Persona 6, we watched that. Wait. Ah, wait a minute. All of these are memes? Today's memes, I see. Oh no. Wait. I need to... Well, let me turn on some music at least. There we go. Oh no. Okay, OBS had lost the... Okay, we're back. Are we back? OBS lost connection for 1 second. Is anyone else having issues with the stream? Yeah, stream died for a bit. Yeah, that's what I said. For some reason OBS decided to be funny. Seems good now. Okay, thank goodness. Actually, for some reason OBS disconnected the stream for 1 second. But we're good now. They really were introduced like those, you know, very aura villains. And they did ended up being just dumbasses by the end of everything. What is this? I think this is a Canton 9 thing, huh? Isn't it? Yeah. What the fuck? What is this? And why do I want it? Oh, it's the picture of Utis with Pedro on her head. Pedro or Pablo? I keep forgetting if it's Pedro or Pablo. And more Utis merch over here. Hell yeah. Is this saying these two had one brain cell? Perhaps. The Sisyphus boulder meme. Yep. This is how it feels. It feels to fight in Railway 6, pushing a boulder uphill. Yeah. Pablo, there we go. Thank you. I don't think you've tried it yet. I haven't, and I have been told to not to until I finish Canto 9. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, more. No spoilers here, but I really want you to see the Marsault Ego since it's not really spoilers. Fair enough, I trust you. Drinks. Oh, damn. This is distorted, huh? It looks awesome. It actually looks awesome. It looks awesome. Okay, the trailers and this. Yeah, they really were introduced like this, like very, very, very hardcore characters that we most definitely were somewhat terrified of in the beginning, and now look at these goofballs. Okay, not really goofballs, they are still badasses in a sense, but they are kind of goofballs now that we know them better. I never expected Zillu to be... Man, she towers him. She towers him like he's just 1 centimeter actually... Wait. Yes, she towers him. She's actually like about 2, maybe 1 centimeter taller than him. Motherfucker, she's tall. She's towering everyone. Jesus Christ. Okay, what is this? Complay Limbus Company. We have lesbians. Viva la France. Legally distinct Virgil. Elon Musk. Justice. ISO feed. The same joke overused 530,000 times. Hype moments the Nora Tiger. Lobcore Employee of the Month. Also known as Oppenheimer. 1 apple a day keeps him away. Man, shut up. ChatGPT. Local Chinese woman and her chick. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. Anyway, well, that was it for today. Highly likely I'm gonna come back tomorrow to continue the interval, okay? They claimed OBS's bones. For 1 second they did. Aura so great the stream died. The only thing that makes him taller is the hairpin. The hairpin doesn't count though. It's an object designed to be fashionable like that. In the end, there is the better bro out of all the post bros in H Corp. Sim died the moment Assault appeared on screen. How did he react? I don't know. It's been 3 nodes. How many nodes do we have? We have a dungeon next. We have a dungeon in this? We have a dungeon in this? I keep feeling bad that I cannot actually read the... What the fuck is this? Why does it have this symbol all of a sudden? 30 days of classes. 0? 0? I have to spend 0 in Kefalin for this? 30 days of classes, man. Fuck me, I'm so... A part of me doesn't really want to go to school still, even though adult life is difficult regardless. Actually, it has the shortest node out of all the intervalos. Really? Okay. Anyway, I really need to get some rest. I'm waking up early tomorrow. And, well, I have already exceeded, as I said, the stream time by 1 hour. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time, okay? I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for dropping by. Have a good week. And, well, I wasn't really planning on streaming Limbus, you know. But the thing is that, you know, I put down literally every deadline in every other game I had, you know, with every other gacha, and I came to realize that the sooner, you know, the one that actually, you know, disappears the sooner is actually Middle Utis, and as a result, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna surprise everyone with a Limbus stream. And with that, once we finish the intervallo, unfortunately, we're not gonna be moving to Canton 9 fast enough. I have to look into ZZZ, and then I'm gonna have to look into, you know, Enfield. Thank you for your time. Thank you as well. Thank you for your time as well, for watching and supporting. Have a good rest yourselves. Stay safe. I'll see you all next time, okay? Bye-bye. Later. See ya.